Okay, so straight up, I don't have a review for this week. Recently, I've just become so busy with college that unfortunately I've caught up with my backlog of scripts. For the past few months, I've been trying to implement the schedule of doing 2 reviews, then a non review, and repeating. But if you look over my channel, it becomes quite clear that this hasn't worked out like that. In fact, there probably isn't going to be another manga review for the next 2 weeks or so, due to the time it takes for me to complete a review. So for today's video, I thought that I would show you all my process for reviewing manga, which may help to explain my failures as a human. So let me take you all into the study and show you my secret bits. Alright then, so to start off with, we need to choose a title to review.
That one.
And that's basically it for the most part. When it comes to choosing a manga, I go with one that I've both already read and one that I physically own. Whenever I get a new title, I'll read it, then put it back on my shelf for a month or so to let it digest in my mind. Then, once I'm ready to review it, I'll pick it up again and reread it. This is partially why I have no review scripts right now, since I like to let the manga fester in my mind for a bit before going into the actual review stage. After I've chosen a title to review, I'll prepare an entry for it in the journal. This is the journal. All of my video ideas and raw reviews go into this sacred tome. Wait, maybe I should say this Forsaken Tome. Anyway, I'll write out the title of the manga and the creator. Then I will begin the next step, the research phase. I begin my research by looking into the publication details of the manga, such as when it was either serialized or published outright. I also like to look for any interesting information related to its publication that I can include in the video. I also look into any details of the particular edition that I read for the video as well. This is then followed up by research on the creator. I will look up any biography details and information on the actual production of the manga itself. When conducting research, there are a few places that I like to go for information. Now, here's a little college secret that can help you all if you need to get some sources on a certain topic real quick. You use Wikipedia! Now, for any student out there, you've probably had it drilled into your head to never use Wikipedia for papers and stuff, which is good advice, but there is actually another way that you can use Wikipedia. Alright, so near the bottom of every Wikipedia article, you should find a References tab. The References tab contains the sources that the wiki author used in creating their article. You can use these sources to gather your own research which is relevant to your topic, thus going straight to the horse's mouth. Besides combing through the Wiki Resources tab, if the author of the manga is famous enough, then they'll probably have their own website that could contain useful information. I also like to use the Lambic Comicpedia as a starting point if they have an entry on the author I'm researching there. Once I've compiled enough research together and recorded it in my journal, I can finally begin reading. When reading, I'll keep my journal next to me so that I can record any notes. I'm looking out for any important plot points, interesting artwork, and even funny moments that I could include in the video. These notes are all of my raw thoughts that will be compressed afterwards once I'm done reading. After I've completed the manga, then I look back over my notes and highlight any important points and will even jot down anything I want to include directly in my final review. I like to separate these notes into 3 different categories. The first category is related to art, then story, And finally, any miscellaneous points that I put into an overall category that helps to really sum up my feelings of the manga and allows me to synthesize my numerical score. Once the journal stage is finished, we can now finally move on to script writing. When writing scripts, I don't really have a consistent writing process. Usually it follows a very similar pattern to my journal process. I'll start with the background information, followed up by the author's biography, plot synopsis. Then I'll write the actual review with my final thoughts and outro. This process can take anywhere from a few days to a week. It all depends on just how motivated I am about the video. I will then let the first draft of my script sit on my computer for a couple days or a week or two, where I'll go in every once in a while to make any changes or corrections before I get ready to film. From there, I will film the video. Now, I'm not going to be going into this process because that's a video for another day, which I could milk the next time I run out of scripts. And that's what goes into making a manga academic review. I hope you enjoyed this video even though it's not directly related to manga. Like I said before, there's probably not going to be a review next week, but they'll be making a comeback soon. I've got a lot of different titles on my shelf that are just ready and rearing to go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all on this channel again real soon. Goodbye.